but broad daylight, so there is still rice. There is still rice, so from this motor, see. Jesus!
Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adaobi Nnoli, coming to you live from the city of Abuja, Nigeria. Kindly like, comment, subscribe and click that bell button down below, and also share it everybody around you. Today we are up to some hot sauce. See, if you're in a country that works, you have a system that works, and you have a government that works, thumbs up, you're lucky and you are blessed all at the same time. I can tell you that for free, like for free. Yes, that video you saw right there is a video of an incident that happened in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. Yeah, you heard me right, Federal Capital Territory. Yes, so that truck is said to be conveying foodstuffs to the poor and vulnerable in quotes, and then they get attacked by people are saying they're hooligans, they're area boys, they're touts and all of that. See, people are hungry first and foremost, and I am not trying to dispute the fact that okay, these guys are actually hooligans, these guys are actually area boys and all of that. Some of them might actually be very hungry, some of them might be in need, and with the way the whole government system is going, most people will not get anything from the so-called 5 billion naira they've actually disbursed to take care of the poor and vulnerable. And one thing I always ask people when I saw that video, when you say okay, these people are poor, these people are area boys, these people are hooligans, my first question is, did you see that elderly woman there? Like, I'm sure that woman is not an area mama, I'm sure that woman is not a hooligan. That woman was basically looking for food to eat, to feed her children, and if we are not even careful, and also feed her grandchildren, and you expect her not to go there to get food to eat and feed her family, no way. Even if you're the one in her shoes, I'm very sure you will still do the same thing. And then I get to ask myself, assuming one person amongst this group of people actually have this virus, what is the fate of Abuja residents basically? Because you cannot trace these people, you cannot track them, their faces were not even shown in this video. So how do you want to even go about it? Like, the whole system is just in a mess. It's in a complete and total mess. Like, you're saying lockdown, but you've not really provided at least the basic amenities for these people to actually stay indoors and be calm. None at all. And then you expect people to actually stay locked down. It can't work. And then we go ahead to say, okay, oh, that's food is in short supply, and then some drivers go to the bush market to get food stuff that they can sell on market days, and they get robbed in the process. Like, what will the remaining days of this lockdown, because this lockdown has been extended by 14 days, and I think we've done 3 days now, today is a Thursday, so remaining 11 days. So what will the remaining 11 days be like if things are already going this bad? And I'm very sure that this 14 days that was extended will still be extended. So what will really happen? What will be the fate of Nigerians in this country? What will be our fate? Like, will our lives be safe anymore? I don't think so. Then we're still complaining of foodstuffs and all of that, and then we go ahead to see police officers who are supposed to be protecting lives and properties, police officers who are, yes, law enforcement officers, destroying foodstuffs, all because they are trying to enforce a law. Is that the best way of enforcing law? By throwing away foodstuffs because the sellers are actually contravening the laws, so you go ahead and throw away foodstuffs? Is that how you were trained? Like, is that how you were really trained? I don't understand. People are complaining of hunger. Yes, I know some Nigerians are very stubborn and they will not even obey rules and regulations, but that is not the best way to effect or to enforce your laws and regulations. I don't think that is it. There are better ways to do it, because people are hungry, people need food to eat, and the little that we're even seeing, you're going ahead to destroy it. I went to the market the other day, and some sellers told me that This time around, so these law enforcement officers did not even come to enforce law. They came to steal from them. They came to take up their foodstuffs without even enforcing any law. So they are even confused that why are they now enforcement officers if they can't even enforce the laws, but rather they are coming to take their foodstuffs all in the name of enforcing law, in quotes. It's really sad and it's worrisome. And then you go ahead, you now see people in Ogun State and some parts of Lagos State who are being robbed on a daily basis at night, and these law enforcement officers that are supposed to come and enforce these laws are nowhere to be found. You won't see them. There is no way you will see them. Now these residents of Ogun State and Lagos State have now turned themselves to security guards. Meanwhile, they pay their taxes that the government is supposed to use and protect them. They are still paying taxes and they still have to protect themselves. No, you're not going to see any law enforcement officers when it comes to this one. The SARS who are supposed to be here now, you will never see them. But you see them once they see you on dreadlocks, once they see you with an iPhone, once they see you with anything, they'll start harassing. But now they're supposed to come and enforce the law. Okay, this is your role. This is why you were employed. You will never see them. Then why are we even paying tax, if I may even ask? Why are we even paying tax? And then we go ahead and let's just assume, okay, I've talked about, let's just say, okay, that I've been focusing on those that cannot really afford foodstuffs and all of that. Let's also talk about those who can even afford the foodstuffs, or who have even gone a little bit further to borrow money to actually stock up their houses and say, okay, let me stock up my house so that I don't have to go anywhere and just stay indoors. Let me just obey this lockdown, at least for my health and to help the government in curtailing this thing. And then what does the government do? You won't provide electricity for these people. The small food they even manage to have gets spoiled. Like, what will it take the government to actually provide electricity? Well, it's not possible. How many megawatts do we even produce? It is not even possible. That is why I said, see, once the head is not correct, every other part of the body could be affected. If your hand is not there, see, every other part will be affected. Now with this whole virus pandemic that is going on now, we can now see how the system, how Nigeria is in a mess, because there is nothing at all that is working in this country. As to say, okay, let us hold on to this. There is nothing at all. You cannot say, okay, let's hold on to electricity. There is no electricity. You want to even talk about network. There is no network. Like, the government cannot even provide something and say, okay, take this is for free to help you stay locked down and all of that. There is nothing the government can do. Electricity, there is no power. There is no power at all. There is no power. People's food have gotten spoiled. As in, it's really terrible. Okay, you go to network, you even struggle and say, okay, let's even pay for your own data. Let you pay for your own data, and what happens next? These people actually drain your data. You sit down like, what did I use my data for? It's really annoying. You can't even provide free data for people to at least keep them calm. Is it what do you even call it, DSTV and all of that and all that? They can't even give you free watch hour. You have to still pay for it. Like, can't you just at least help the people of Nigeria in this particular moment we find ourselves? How do you want people to actually stay calm? Like, I'm trying to understand how you want people to stay calm, because very soon, you will just see an increase, an uprise in violence in this country if care is not taken, if the government does not sit down and actually try to tackle up things that are really going wrong in this country. It's really sad and pathetic, like how or what this whole pandemic thing has really exposed. Yes, I knew that Nigeria was in a mess, but now it's really pronounced. Like, it's very pronounced. There's nobody in Nigeria that will tell me that he or she did not know that, okay, things were this bad. We all knew things were this bad, but we expected, okay, now things are this bad. Now that things are this bad, the government will sit up and do something reasonable. But no, they're not doing anything reasonable. They're not even planning to do anything reasonable. Today we are hearing this one has gotten bonds. Tomorrow this one is bonds. They're just burning up evidences left, right, center. I wonder if the excuse they'll come up with next. And like, we're just waiting for what they will tell us. And then I watched the video yesterday. Like, seeing, I don't know, is it that these law enforcement officers do not go for training, or they just pick up miscreants, touts from just left, right, center and just put them in the force? I'm trying to understand. This is the second time I'll be seeing a video of a police officer on bonnet of a moving vehicle. Like, if you stop somebody and the person is refusing to stop, what stops you from taking up the person's plate number, as in writing out the person's plate number or something? Like, why are you risking your life climbing the bonnet of a car? Do you know, I've sat down and I've wondered, see, how did this guy even get to the bonnet of the car? Is it that you came in front of the vehicle and then you were like, come down, or I'm trying to really understand what really happened. Yeah, we saw a video of a lady. She was driving, according to the video, that she didn't want to talk to the officer because he was not putting on a nose mask. And then the next thing is that we now see the lady driving, and then there's an officer on the bonnet of the car, and I'm like, what madness is this? Like, why are you risking your life? Because of what? Because of how much? I'm trying to understand, what are you trying to achieve by doing all of this? And then we go ahead to see, okay, the lady was actually flagged down. She stopped, and then we now see road safety officers. I was thinking that police officer was mad, but I did not know that the road safety officers were madder, if there's any word like that. They were crazy. They were insane, basically. And then you now see an elderly man, a man that is fit to be the father of this girl, now comes up and then takes off her plate number. And did you see the way he threw the plate number? Did you see the way he threw away the plate number and now start saying, God punish you? Like, how would a law enforcement officer be saying such a thing? Like, if not for the man that was taking the video of that, I'm sure he would have hit that lady. Hit her for what? Like, is that the best way to enforce law? Did you even try to find out what happened? Nothing. You just came down from the vehicle, inflated her tires, took out her plate number, and started saying, God punish you, and all of that. Like, don't people go for training, really? I'm trying to really understand. I don't, like, is it that there's something in that uniform that once you wear like this, your head starts to just turn on its own, that you no longer be using your senses? I'm trying to understand. Like, why are we like this? Why can't we just be civilized and developed at the same time? I'm not trying to say that what the lady did is right. What she did is very wrong, terribly wrong as well. No matter what the police officer did to her, even if the guy was not putting on the nose mask, maybe you should have distanced yourself from him and just hear him out and like, okay, I'm going so and so place to maybe do so and so thing, not to do what she did. Yeah, what she did was terribly wrong. But because you're trying to correct something that is wrong does not mean that you have to do something else that is wrong. It's wrong. Like, it's so bad. Like, when I saw this, there's not even another video again. I think that one happened in area 1 or thereabouts. A police officer was showing his legs, and I think he was wounded. I didn't even understand that video per se. And next thing he goes ahead is to hold the driver's shirt and all of that. And if you watch that video very well, I think I heard something like, I can kill you here. So assuming that guy had a gun on him, we are very sure that he would have shot that guy there at the moment. So sometimes I don't even know whether to say we should even stop giving all these officers guns, because it's not of any good to anybody. You're supposed to use the gun for maybe armed robbery cases and all of them, but rather you've actually turned the case around. We, the innocent citizens, are now the robbers in quotes. We, the innocent citizens, are now the cultists in quotes. We are now the victims here. So I think everything needs to be put in check. Like, I just pray that this whole pandemic will actually open up the eyes of our leaders, and then we'll get to do something right for Africa, because I know this whole thing is everywhere in Africa, but I'll just go be very specific about Nigeria. I just hope that this whole pandemic, when this pandemic comes to an end, the government will actually sit down and put a thorough check on everything. Like, everything needs to be checked properly. Like, it's a mess. It's really a mess. See, I'm tired of even rambling. The next thing I'll have to even talk about is the case of Africans in China. But that would be a different video, because it is mind blowing when I watch some things that is happening in China, the way China China people, whatever, Chinese treat Africans, and I'm like, I don't blame people. I blame our leaders for making us be your mo button. Like, I blame our leaders for making us stoop so low to you. That is why you have the infantry to treat us this way. But that will be in another video. So please, I just have to stop here. If this video was everywhere, yes, I know it was everywhere, but if you liked this video, please just give it a thumbs up. Anything you have to say, your own suggestions about the whole situation that has been going on, you can just leave it in the comment section, and then we'll take it up from there. Maybe in the next video, I don't know if I'm not sure I want to do a video about these Africans in China, but let me see how the situation of things in China will be for the meantime, because I watched a video on Wodemaya's channel, and I think Chinese people are now trying to apologize to the Africans there, but the Africans are not taking their apologies. So I'm just going to see how the incident goes on. But if things actually degenerate again, then I'll have to do a video on it. So for now, take care of yourself. Please stay indoors. Please stay just stay indoors if you have nothing to do at the moment. If you have to get your essential things, just if you see any enforcement officer, just be polite to them, tell them, okay, you're going to get so and so thing. If it's an essential, provided it's an essential commodity, just tell them you're going to get so. I know some police officers are, but just try to talk to them politely. If you can even speak pidgin English, please speak pidgin English, because some of them don't understand English. That is just the truth. And when you start speaking English, they feel like you're trying to intimidate them. So if it's possible, just speak pidgin English with them, so that we will all be safe and we'll all come out smiling at the end of the day. Thank you for watching my video. See you in my next video. Have yourself a lovely day. Bye.